Okay, hey everybody. This is Grace, and lately I've been thinking about chaos creators, and then today, the whole day was like a theme of it. I've mentioned my life seems to go in themes, but the whole day, you're not supposed to be driving that fast in the neighborhood, but the whole day has been real life. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. The whole day anyway has been filling with people who just create chaos. And it wasn't in my home. And then to top it all off, oh my goodness, I was so stressed. I went home, finally took a nap, woke up, and Adam was gone. Adam's older than I, and he is at that age I'm kind of a little worried. And it might sound like right now I am venting, and I am venting because I waited. He was missing. And I went around, his SUV's gone, and I tried to call it, waited for a while, he may have gone to the store, nope. So I called his phone, and of course it rings inside the house. So he forgot his phone. Well, his SUV, the air conditioner, it's a newish one, but the air conditioner went out, he keeps putting it off and fixing it. This is Texas, and he's had months now, he's known this. Maybe even sometime last year, I don't know. And when I left, I waited 45 minutes. So when I left, look to see what the feels like is 91. Okay, and this is a man who's constantly says it's too hot, it's too hot. Even in the wintertime, he'll find some reason to say it's too hot. Okay, that's the short version. And I mean, after today, when I had my own little, by myself, terrible experience out in Bubbaville, I call it Hicksville, but some people might take that as anybody that, no, these are dumb bubbas. Trust me when I say dumb bubbas. They're all, I've got the big truck and you're just in an SUV and I own the road. I'm going to make sure in a really bad road, I'm going to get right, tailgate you anywhere. I'm going to tailgate you kind of mentality. I don't even know if they can add 1 + 1. No, I mean me. It sounds like I'm being no. This is this type. When they put you in danger, yeah, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. But anyway, I had that ordeal this morning. Like I said, I made video during the while. After all of it happened, not during the while because I was I was just, it was so stressful for me, and stress is not good for me with my chronic health conditions and a rare health condition that causes all of those, and just being my age. I mean, I don't think it's everybody, but oh my goodness, look at this road. Right now it's rush hour traffic, 5:51, May 26th. I'm sorry, May 29th, 2024, but yeah, okay. But I don't, like I said, I was thinking about chaos creators, thinking about making a video on that. And it's kind of like sometimes, I don't believe in this kind of stuff. Like something is pushing this to happen. And I don't believe in luck and jinx and, all those kinds of things. I don't believe in mystical, magical stuff, But it does sometimes, like I say, every time I say something like this, sometimes I think I should. Oh, I can't even really muster up a good little nervous laughter. Oh my goodness. Because I really do worry about him. Lately we've been under so much stress, and both of us were forgetting things, but he's older than I. I mean, not really forgetting things, like totally forget it. I used to work with in memory cares briefly with elderly people. And so I have a bit of a clue. It's a long story, but I had a couple of certifications, both federal and state. But anyway, I'm just, so I'm not too worried about that. I am, with either one of us. I'm just worried that he went out without his phone. I don't know how he can forget it. It's usually he has it sitting right there with his wallet and his keys and his, cigarettes and Yeah, and he will have his, oops, I'm not going there yet. This is a lot of traffic coming this other way. Okay, I turned it off to get through this kind of traffic. Yeah, really. I've been doing this for 10 years. In August will be 10 years I've been doing videos on my original channel. I don't know when I started making videos while I was driving. It wasn't too long after that. But anyway, without it, it feels weird to me. Yeah, things become habitual. But I don't know. And I mean, I would think. Okay, let me get back to this. He does things every once in a while that just aren't normal. And I mean, I'm not stupid. I'm really not stupid. And I know the score. And this one, you would think, we would all think about some things when people do stuff like this. You know, you think the normal thing would have been to do is, like I said a while ago, or did I say? I'm going over this stuff in my head. I need to get off this and just park over here under a tree. This traffic is unusually busy, even though it's rush hour. This is quite a lot. But anyway, you know, leave a note. Go back to days before stuff. In any way, wake the person up. Like I said, I was just taking a nap. Wake the person up. Leave them a note. Something. Okay, I don't know why you're sitting like that, but are you okay? Really? I'm not being nice, am I? Oh, oops, now I'm going to do something wrong. But I don't know why anybody thinks that they're supposed to park that way. I'm not caring right now. I'm really not. You're going to park. You're going to take your half out of all of them. I tell you, after today, I'm not cracking up. Don't worry. I'm just like, it's so funny that I will say I'm not awed by anything, because that's something little, you know. But I think I'm not awed too much by the big things, because it's like these things just keep repeating. Somebody else did that same thing this morning. See what I'm saying about themes? I haven't seen anybody do that in a long time. I mean, I don't remember when somebody just drove up and parked, not in the parking spots, but across. You know, I've done it whenever I went somewhere and I didn't park. I just pulled over, nobody was around. That's when nobody's around. But I did it actually yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Just pulled over real quick. It was behind a building, so, yeah, that kind of thing. Okay, I kind of joke about that. I've had this SUV. It only has now 16,933. Last year when I started doing this, doing these food delivery things, I think it had less than 9,000, or it just gotten over 9,000 miles. And I bought it brand new in May of 2019. Yeah, it was like barely used. You know, because of 2020, and I have a health condition that made me stay at home, and I had already decided back then I was going to do a lot of road trips and go into various historic downtowns. I don't know if that's good to not look a woman when you... Okay, that's a woman walking with her groceries. Very young woman. She's paying attention to her phone, and she's not watching the traffic around her. Not everybody pays attention to people. So you really wanted somebody that could hit you? You know, I'm being very judgmental. I am not a perfect being. I'm going to say this a million times. Believe me, I do some things wrong. Like when I pulled around and to park, that car was actually way over there. So I knew it wasn't going to hit me. And the first time I can recall, that's what I was starting to say, is I got perfectly in this parking spot. Because usually it's just awkward to me when it's to park. Never in my life have I had trouble parking a vehicle except for this one. Don't know why. It's something with the shape of it or something, and it You know, I also pay a lot of attention because I got blocked in one time. Somebody parked too close. It was a Mercedes. Now get this. Wasn't it a Mercedes? It was I think so, a Mercedes at a Dollar Tree. I remember just laughing so hard that somebody who drove a Mercedes went into the Dollar Tree, in not a good area either, and blocked me in. They parked too close. It was, I think it was an elderly woman though, actually. I went back in the store to see if I could find somebody who would have the Mercedes so I could actually get in my car. But luckily some people, I guess they were nurses or they worked in the doctor's office. One of them was really skinny and she said, I can help you. So I let her help me and she backed up my car and I was able to get it. It was so tight. I mean, she was really skinny. So, but yeah, blocked in by a Mercedes at a Dollar Tree store. Okay, I just called Adam and yeah, he answered the phone. And he said, well, how was I supposed to call you? I didn't have my phone with me. Oh, he said more than that and I hung up on him. I did. Oh, I just couldn't. No, I'm not, you're not, You're not going to just, I mean, come on, think about that. Well, your phone wasn't with you. What's the problem, mister? Oh my goodness. Anyway, what was I talking about? I mean, some of this stuff is just such dumb stuff that happens like this. It was with chaos creators, people who, like this woman, she was creating her own chaos. And it could be that she'd create chaos for, people on the road when she's just walking, not even paying attention, just looking at her cell phone. She had her groceries with her. She must have walked to get her groceries. Who walks to get their groceries? Maybe I need to look that over again. But she's just walking, and then she walked into where there's a big lake over there. We should walk into the lake. Seriously. Okay. Remember I talk about these, I'm distracted from something. I'm really distracted because it's a 4-door sedan. It's a big old, like somebody ran into them. Car, sedan, of course, car. And it's not a new model, and I've been talking about these people with the gray cars and the fleet, and they do these, and I found out today that I was not wrong all this time. If anybody knew that, I wish, they can explain more to me about it. I had read something about it, but it was for somewhere in Africa. Maybe I didn't look enough or something, but today all of a sudden, after my experience this morning, earlier today, not this morning, but earlier today, with that whole dumb Bubba stuff, it was awful, terror. But okay, I am very distracted with this over here, really. But it just popped up. It's kind of like, how I don't know if your phone does this. Mine's an Android. I don't really care. It's an Android. And I've had cell phones since 2002. So I don't really care about all that. Anyway, how you could, like, you touch the top of it and sometimes it slides over, from the left to the right, and it's a bunch of news things. Something like that happened, and that seems like it was something in the news. But it basically boiled down to that they have fleets now that are doing these deliveries. I tried to, I was busy at the time. I was making a video. Well, I was trying to get some offers, and I was getting lousy ones, and it was lunch hour, and that's pretty much the norm. Yep, that one looks like they're going to deliver a package. Anyway, man, I wish this traffic would die down a bit. And nope, no road rules apply to them. They must be one of those fleets. And anyway, okay, I'm going to be talking about this, but forever. But then when I got home, I looked it up, and I just briefly read through it, because it seems like some of it, it's all about the brand and the business, and, it just ruins it for the rest of us. So I don't know if other people know that, really. Anyway, I'm wrapping this one up. I'm going to try to see. I actually don't want to now that I'm out here because it's so busy. I mean, it's scary busy. And it's 6:06 p.m. And if you will see what I see, I don't want to show the camera over there because I don't put kids in my videos. That it's a place where you know, a little bitty that Kroger store's gas place. You know, it's not really a gas station, whatever you call it, kiosk. Everybody seems to call stuff kiosk. Isn't a kiosk something totally different? But anyway, whatever it's called, it's for gas. A little place for their gas, and it's like people are just, what are they doing? They really think that they're gonna push somebody out of this. Okay, now I'm gonna say this. You know, push somebody away so they can get into one to get their gas. Oh my gosh. What is wrong with this world today? Everybody's all about them. I know what's wrong. I do videos about narcissism. So yeah, I have a clue, you know. And narcissism, histrionic behavior, you know, the behaviors. I don't do them about the personality disorders. I mention the personality disorders, but I don't diagnose anybody. Because, no, you surely shouldn't. Unless you are there, whatever it is, legally, wherever you live, like they're a psychiatrist. And then you don't go and tell everybody about it. But anyway, oh, depends on where you live. But I do videos about the behaviors of people that have, you know, well, behaviors like those of personality disorder, narcissistic, histrionic, borderline, and antisocial. And but what I see the most is histrionic. I've seen that since. Yeah, why don't you all hit one another, okay? What is wrong with people? Like I said, I'm a little distracted because I'm watching these over here. But yeah, you know, I see more of histrionic, but there's some narcissism. A lot of people pile everything under, oh, you're just a narcissist. Like they know what they're talking about and they don't. Because, you know, look it up. Where did look up Narcissus. Watch me mispronounce it, yeah. But he was mostly into himself. Even Echo couldn't get him to stop staring at himself in the, some say pond, some say lake. And so, when I said, oh, no, you're so smart. Yep, a dumb bubba. You wouldn't believe what I'm seeing over here. There's a guy in the stall getting gas. So this bubba backs into it in front of that guy. Oh my goodness, really. I was just thinking, you know, I've been thinking about this. I thought about this before, in other words, that I'm probably going to have to stop doing the dinner and try to focus more on earlier in the day, because this is Texas, north of Dallas, northeast. That's the areas I do Collin County, Texas, and I live in Collin County, Texas. So that's where I do these food deliveries and food and whatever it is. But just thinking again that I need to start really working more in the morning, because summer's on its way. And I thought, wait a minute, when does summer begin? Like, I don't know after all these years. Yeah, next month, June. Well, today is May 29th, 2024. And I know there are a lot of people who believe, you know, have switched to where, like, June 1st is summer. I am going to continue to be what people call old school about it. To me, it's not June 1st. It's June 2020 to 21st. I just looked it up. In other words, and for certain, yeah. Okay, that's not smart, woman, leaving your little bitty, 3-4-year-old with the, oh my gosh, what is wrong with people? With the, on the ground at the gut pump, when the thing is in the, oh my goodness, that kid could not push that over. Oh my goodness. You know, I worked with a lot of kids when I was a career student. I did a lot of, well, actually, I earned my degrees first, and then did some, because I was working on a PhD, and I did a lot during that of visiting teacher. Some called me, and some called me substitute teacher, because I did teach at college and university, and not as a GA or any of that. No, TAGA. I don't know what else they have. Teacher's assistant. No, that's not it. What was it? What did TA mean? And GA was graduate. It says no. I did it from my own qualifications. That's not the exact word, but I am busy watching this woman. How stupid can somebody be to allow a kid to do what she's doing? And now the kid is playing with the gas. The gas is pouring into the car, and the kid is playing with it. How stupid. Oh my goodness. Man, some people do not deserve to have children, really. I'm sorry, I did not say all that. It's not for me, but I'm being very judgmental because some of these things really. Okay, traffic is finally starting to die down a little bit. I'll move this a little bit. And, yeah. There's less craziness here at the little gas. What do you call it when it's separate from the store that far? I don't know. Oh my goodness. Traffic's starting to die down. And I'm looking over here and, like I said, I'm not a perfect being. What I did earlier probably, well, it wasn't right. So admit it. See, I can admit when I'm wrong. Okay, and I can admit that where you're sitting right there in front of me, that's wrong. You shouldn't be sitting there. Okay, thank you. But the reason I was saying this was because I was watching this guy. You don't roll through stops. Yes, you did. Let's see, let's count. Oh, you don't even see a stop sign, do you? It's not a roll through. It's just you don't see one. Wow. I'm being this way. I am today. Worse than usual. I mean, I made comment. I do these videos to vent. The stuff that I see to vent. Because a lot of these people are chaos creators. The ones that there's a stop sign right here. And let me show. Okay, my hand's a little bit shaky, but the stop sign right here. I'm sitting right there and I'm videoing it. And so far I've seen, now that I was watching, every person just rolled right through it or didn't even see it. Okay, how can you miss it? Let's see if this one might stop. Yeah, they just turned. They might see it. Will they see it? That's a roll through, right? But they're chaos creators. Because if you're coming from the other way over there, you see that over there? Do you see any stop sign on that side? Nope. That person that comes out right there from that McDonald's actually has the right of way. Yeah, and I sometimes park over there. Because I've never seen a stop sign right there at all. So all three of these, all three have stop signs, all three of these corners over here. In saying all this stuff, I'm sounding like one of those little tattletales, But I don't have a problem with tattletales if it's something about, when something could cause people danger. And when people get used to, they don't even look to see if there's a stop sign or anything. Here comes another one, I'll tell you if it does or not. That one actually stopped. Way to go. But, I mean, when people are chaos creators, and it could kill somebody, And by the way, I was in no danger of killing anybody when I turned, but I still say I did wrong. I shouldn't have done it, but they were over there, but I did wrong. Okay, like I said, I'm not a perfect human being. The gas place is almost totally empty now. I don't know, because I'm having a little bit of it's not really, I don't know if I call it a flashback. I mean, it just happened today of where I went out, because where I am right now is the road to the right of me is where I picked up one. And the offer that I had that this all happened was I was going offline, and my hand, I was doing like normally, closing down that app, and not totally logging off the app, but to where I wasn't going to be getting any offers, that kind of thing. And there's two different things that is. And as usual, I mean, not as usual, but it happens every once in a while, an offer will come through and they accept it because they're both in the same spot. I mean, how stupid is that? Oops, I'm being judgmental. But yeah, and I said, oh, I'll go ahead and take it. I could have canceled it. I kept telling myself, cancel it, cancel it, cancel it. You never know. And anyway, I went and picked it up, and sure enough, it was in crazy, and I didn't get a chance to see how much it was. I thought it was a little bit more, but it was way low paying, no tip, way out in Bubba land. I mean, some very seriously bad dumb bubbas. Okay, and on the road, oh my gosh. And it was those, like, you have something like this, and all of a sudden it's asphalt that is, the sun has made it go straight up on the side that you're driving in and far down the next one, and you're afraid it's going to rip off the whole bottom underneath your vehicle, that kind of road. And if I had known how far, because it didn't seem like it was going to be that bad. It was supposed to be right there on a road that I know of in another town it goes to, but it doesn't. Somehow it stops. It's the same, where the same road is in another one, but it stops. Anyway, I did not know it was going to be that bad. Plain and simple, did not know it was going to be that bad. And once I got out there, at least it wasn't nighttime. Adam and I had one of those out in that area at nighttime, close to that area, and that's the only offer we ever had I ever had. He just goes with, he's an electrical engineer, works from home, just needs to get out every once in a while. But that's the first one I had to call them and say, look, I'm not delivering this. This is really bad area out there, and it was. I mean, it was a scary movie at nighttime. This was daytime. I would have never made it nighttime out there. I don't think I would have survived it at nighttime, because there's no road signs, no lights on the roads, lights to light up the roads. And it's scary, man. It's scary during the daytime. Daylight. Bright light. Texas. Bright light. Anyway. Okay, I'm rambling. Man, that's nothing unusual. But I do think that I gotta, because of the heat and all that coming up, I have to get used to doing breakfast and just saying, this is not gonna work for me. I have to realize this stuff is not gonna work. When I get offers for $2, one was $1.50 add-on. Really? Seriously? And the other apps, that it's just not very often to get an offer. I just got a new one yesterday. I haven't tried it yet. I want to watch more videos and see how it works. And then today, we had a terrible storm yesterday, and a lot of trees down and limbs down. And Dallas, this isn't Dallas, it's suburbs, but Dallas, a lot of people don't have electricity, and sure enough, some of these, we're trying to get people to go down to Dallas to do some, I guess, other app. I'm not going to name the apps. I never do. I try not to. Used to, but don't now. But to get people to pick up the deliveries there and deliver them wherever. You want insanity, no lights. Oh, I used to work in Dallas, in the worst part of Dallas. And I'm talking many years ago, decades ago. And the one time there was the one set of lights out. And oh my goodness, it was so horrible. It took me 2.5 hours to get home. And it was only something, I used to drive the back roads and it wouldn't take so long. It was like 35 miles and I would get there pretty quick. And I wouldn't take the parking lots, which some call highways or interstate. And I would go the back roads. I could get there, like I said, pretty darn quick. But it took me 2.5 hours, I remember, to get home that time. Can you imagine driving there with all these lights out now because of all these limbs, all this road construction, people, not road construction. Well, there is a lot of road construction, but people taking doing the limbs and everything, like right over there where I live. We have electricity though, but they were taking down some. They were fixing a electricity pole. It had snapped in half because the high winds yesterday morning somebody reported that the highest one reported was 83 mile per hour winds, hurricane force winds. That's what we had. And man, I was terrified when I slept through the worst of it. I did. I woke up real early in the morning, as I usually do, like 3 or 4 o'clock. And I went back to bed right before it hit. I did not know it was even going to hit. So I must have been tired. But anyway, they're wanting people to go overweight to Dallas. I only wonder. I wouldn't even know where to go. Once I found out the pickup places in Dallas, I'm like, wow. I don't really even know where it is. There's some of these apps, there's nobody to call. And one of them, to text even, it's like, it doesn't work. Their screen to text to ask question doesn't work right. I mean, I had my first computer in 1982. So 82. Yeah, I prefer computers over TV, you know, the extra time. I have a clue of how they work. A major clue. But not a major clue. I have a clue. You know, it's one of those geeks. That's what they used to call us, geeks back then. And anyway, all of a sudden it's getting busy again. What is this? All of a sudden, I'm serious. I am not kidding. That was almost empty, and now it's full, and people are driving like crazy. Oh, let me get into one of these stalls. I can't wait for within a few seconds. Oh my goodness. But what I'm actually sitting here thinking is maybe I'll start today, you know, and just say I'm not going to do evening, night, you know, dinner. Because I looked up to see what it is with the, you know, Googled what time is dinner rush. And of course it said come up with these apps. Not of course, but it did. But and one part was saying something like 4:30 till 9. One was saying 6 to 9, and I don't know. When Adam and I were, Adam started when I started doing them last year in July, end of July. Adam went with me just so I could get comfortable. Plus safety issues. I wanted to see how, you know, did I feel safe and all this stuff. And he just wanted to get out because he had some reason now to get out, since he works from home remotely, you know. And yeah, anyway, there's a lot going on here, seriously. Oh my goodness. But I'm telling you, I worry about this species. Homo sapiens, I do. Yeah, I really do, what I'm seeing around here. But anyway, dinner rush would be 9 o'clock. 9, that's when it would start. When we first, you know, when he just went with me, but it would be about 9. Now it's more like 7. But with these gray car people, the fleets, it's been getting to where there is nothing. There's no time. Lunch is 12 noon, the noon hour, 12 o'clock lunch, and that's when I get the worst offers. Okay, this is just unbelievable. I'm kind of afraid. I really want to go home. I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and start and say I'm going home. You know, unless Adam wants to go with me when he wants every blue moon now. But really, stay away from this insanity. At least you're going to park right up on top of me here. It's free of parking. It sure is. I'm very worried about the species. I turned off because there was a young guy, a young child, and I'm thinking middle school age maybe, and it's 6:31. Why is he walking through here? I don't know. That's kind of scary. People, don't let your kids do stuff like that. Really, he's all by himself. He's got his cell phone in his hand. He looks middle school. He's over there now. Maybe somebody's waiting right there, hopefully. I'm telling you. Really. Okay, I'm wrapping this up.